I'm doing this video because I have a few words I want to get off my chest. Today is a sad day. I was born and raised in Pembroke Pines, Florida, and I grew up a Miami kid. I grew up a Miami sports fan, a Miami Heat fan, a Miami Dolphins fan, a Florida Panthers fan, a Miami Marlins fan. And for those of you that don't understand the culture in Miami, for kids, there are a lot of figures we look up to. You know, so many of us look up to Dan Marino. Many of us look up to Shaquille O'Neal. Many of us looked up to LeBron James and still do. Many of us look up to Alonzo Mourning, Pat Riley. There are a lot of figures that Miami kids can grow up to worship and to idolize. But for all of us, Dwyane Wade is the biggest idol. I tweeted at Dwyane Wade a couple days ago. In Chicago, kids worship Michael Jordan. In Cleveland, kids worship LeBron James. In Miami, the biggest figure in kids' lives is Dwyane Wade. And I'm going to use myself as an example. I was born in 1996. And I grew up a basketball kid. Any minute I could play basketball, it was basketball. Basketball with my neighbors in Florida and Fort Lauderdale. Basketball in Miami. Playing, in youth leagues in Miami Beach. Rec leagues, all the way till I moved to North Carolina and got to high school. And it was always Dwyane Wade. Today I was playing basketball and needed to clear my mind, and anytime I need to clear my mind, I just shoot some hoops. And I remember standing at the free throw line. And if you're a real Dwyane Wade fan, you know that when he gets to the free throw line, his feet are at a slant. They are not straight towards the hoop, they're at a slant to the left. And I've been doing that ever since I was a kid, and I did it today. I took 50 free throw shots, and I remember every single shot I made sure my feet were positioned like Dwyane Wade's. So it hurts. It hurts to see Dwyane Wade leave. I was just driving home, and I heard the news, and of course I cried a little bit, and I'll probably cry later tonight. I'll probably cry tomorrow. I know my mom almost just cried when I broke the news to her. And that really is what Dwyane Wade means to the city of Miami. It's the same affection that the people of Cleveland have for LeBron now. It's the same affection, it's the same love, because at the end of the day, Dwyane Wade brought us 3 titles. Dwyane Wade is the kid we drafted in 2003 with the 5th pick. And we weren't even going to draft Dwyane Wade. He fell to us. Dwyane Wade is the kid that won us the title in 2006 when we were down 2-1 to the Dallas Mavericks. And so it hurts to see him leave. I don't think I've ever felt like this as a sports fan. I didn't feel like this when LeBron left in 2014. And that has nothing to do with LeBron, because LeBron is one of my favorite athletes. That has to do with growing up a Dwyane Wade fan and living in Miami. Dwyane Wade is ours. He may be from Chicago, but it feels different. It feels as though he is from Miami. I remember going to the hundreds of Miami Heat games and always wanting to see Dwyane Wade. I remember playing basketball in my house with a small hoop, playing basketball outside with my friends, and I'll probably do this tomorrow when I go play basketball with a friend, and imitating that I was Dwyane Wade, doing the famous Euro step, doing a little fadeaway. making sure my feet are slanted at the free throw line, imagining buzzer beaters, famous Dwyane Wade buzzer beaters. I remember watching this live game where Dwyane Wade packed Amare Stoudemire and shot the ball from 72 feet and swished it at the buzzer. We're going to miss those moments. But we won't burn his jersey. I've got 4 Dwyane Wade jerseys. I'm going to keep all 4. I'm going to frame it. Hopefully one day I can meet him again and get it autographed. Or get them autographed. And to put it into larger perspective, in my life, the figure that I've always looked up to was Dwyane Wade. I always remember telling myself, if a young kid from the south side of Chicago could grow up to be the 3rd greatest 2-guard in NBA history, to get drafted 5th into the NBA, to go to the Final Four with Marquette, to win 1 title in 2006 and then to win another 2 in 2012 and 2013, all for the same franchise, then anything in this world is possible. When I was a kid, I dreamed of being the next Dwyane Wade. And even to this day, I dream of possibly being an NBA coach, possibly being an NBA analyst, an NBA writer, a sports writer. And that's what Dwyane Wade means for me, and I think that's the larger perspective of kids across Miami, kids who have born and raised in Miami. And so, we're going to miss you, Dwyane. I really dreamed that, $7 million wouldn't make the difference, because at the end of the day, not many people can dream of $7 million, but you're worth it. I don't think there's any superstar out there that can say they've never been the highest paid player on their team, and you deserve the money. I just wish that those $7 million in the grand scheme of things wouldn't make that big of a difference, knowing the amount of kids in Miami that love you. Well, with that being said, we thank you. We will not burn a jersey. I will never burn your jersey because I idolize your jersey. Those jerseys of yours that I own will be framed in my room. And I'm excited for what the future holds for you. I will be a second Chicago Bulls fan. I will always be a Miami Heat fan, so now I'm riding the Hassan Whiteside, the Goran Dragic, the Justice Winslow, the Josh Richardson, the Chris Bosh train. But if the Heat don't make the playoffs, or if the Heat get knocked out and the Bulls are in the playoffs and you're going against Cleveland or you're going against any other team, I've got your back, Dwyane. Good luck in Chicago. And I know that you will gain a lot of young kids who are going to look up to you. But know that we're going to miss you in South Florida. And, I'm 20 years old, so I'm not going to shoot a video of myself crying. I will cry a lot, but I'm not 5. So it won't be as cute and as funny. But it hurts, and I think that's the sentiment all across Miami. But we'll get stronger, and it shows that your impact has been more than just for kids in Miami, because I've grown up in North Carolina for 8 years now, and even then I'm the biggest Dwyane Wade fan out there. You're my most favorite player of all time, more so than Michael Jordan, more so than LeBron James, more so than Magic Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Alonzo Mourning. And we're going to miss you, big guy. And just to show how much we love you and how much I love you in particular, I got to show you my room real quick. Hopefully you see this video. Of course, I've got my 2006 championship ball. I've got my 2006 championship poster. Got Flash, Shaq, Pat, and Flash, and my most cherished gift of all time, Mr. D. Wade and his autograph. We're going to miss you, big guy. Good luck in Chicago.